Okay, I'm out here by a harbor, by the 91. I'm over here with Shannon. So what's going on, Shannon? I mean,
Yeah, we were at Salvation Army and we really liked it, but unfortunately my husband had an aneurysm on his frontal lobe, which caused him to lose his sanity. He was in there that way and behaving strangely, so it bothered the staff and they kicked him out. I begged them not to. I said, he's sick, something's wrong, please help me. They didn't want to. They kicked him out on the street, and then we finally got him some help. He was put at Anaheim Global. And they really didn't do anything for the first 2 weeks he was there. But the second 2 weeks that he was there, he was able to get on medication and he's stable. Unfortunately, since I was gone several nights and I didn't call one night, they told me I had to leave. But on the QT, they told me the only reason we're kicking you out is because we don't want Daniel to come back and hang around. And I was like, oh, that's just great. So now I'm back on the street. Daniel's on the street even though his medication, he's fine now, he's therapeutic. We've offered to have his doctors write notes. They'll come in and talk to the staff. So far, nothing. We have Officer Voss trying to help us get into the shelter. Unfortunately, Brian was supposed to help us. He was supposed to show up a couple times.
yeah, I tried to get a hold of him too, and he said he was, but
yeah, you made an appointment with him. We sat at the park all day waiting for him to show up. We did not get a phone call. Nothing. I tried calling his partner. She told me I had the wrong number, even though it was her card that I called her cell phone and told her, well, this is you, right? Is this your name? And she said, yes. And she said, but I can't help you. And I said, well, you can't call your boss. You can't call anybody, nobody, to say, hey, send someone out there? No, I can't. So I was really shocked because CityNet is contracted with the city of Anaheim to get people in the shelter. There's no other way unless you go through the homeless liaison officers. So since we weren't getting any help with CityNet, unfortunately, we called the homeless liaison officer, Officer Voss. And fortunately, he was able to get a hold of Brian at CityNet, and so then Brian did call us, but he never came out, and he told us for some reason La Mesa shelter wouldn't take us. No reason why, just they wouldn't take us.
and that's been how long have you been out here?
We've been out here now for over a month, over at least on the second month now that we're homeless. Yeah,
And I remember you were sick. You had bronchitis.
I got bronchitis from staying out in the cold, because it's been very cold at night. It just started to warm up, but I had very bad bronchitis. I was in the hospital at UCI also. My husband was also readmitted to UCI last weekend because of his legs. He has a terminal clotting disorder which causes ulcerations in his legs from the low venous stasis, which is poor blood flow. Kind of like how people with diabetes have those ulcerations on their legs. So anyway, it's very bad. It gets very infected. Because we're homeless, it gets very infected. If we had a place to live, he could wash his legs in the shower every day, and that wouldn't happen.
The incident that happened what, yesterday or?
Yeah, actually, the police showed up where we stay in the park, and I leave notes every day when we leave that the Anaheim law is that if you're looking for a shelter actively, that they can't arrest you for camping in a city area. And we try to keep a low profile there, and the neighbors like us, and it's all fine. But the cop showed up yesterday and was trying to arrest us, and we said, no.
I noticed you don't have a tent up.
No, we never put a tent up.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a camping ordinance. Is if you have a tent,
right?
Not just if you're just staying
there. We can put a tent up because the camping ordinance can't be enforced if there's no shelter.
Right. Yeah.
But we're terrified of, I guess, like throwing fuel on the fire for the police. We don't want to insult them. We don't want to say, hey, in your face, we're camping here.
Yeah.
So we try not. We don't want to put a tent up. We only put it up one day when it was raining, and they did show up that day and said, hey, you can't have
on a rainy day.
On a rainy day, and he said it's not raining, and he goes, oh wait a minute, I just felt a raindrop, and I said, yeah, because it's raining, And I said, but we put the tent down because it wasn't pouring. So we put it down so that they wouldn't get upset. Yeah. So anyway, the cop yesterday, I thought everything was fine. He spoke with Officer Voss, and Officer Voss said, yes, they are working with us. They're doing everything possible to get into the shelters. And then my husband went to the bathroom, and he had a stroke in that bathroom. So I got a little bit worried because he was taking too long. And so I walked over there, and Officer Byron was over there, and I said, oh, I'm going to check on my husband. And he said, oh, I arrested him. And I said, oh, what? You're kidding, right? Like, no, you didn't. What would you arrest him for? And he said, well, I go, did he have a warrant? I go, because Officer Voss, we checked with him, and he didn't have a warrant for that ticket, but his court date's not yet. And he said, oh, I don't know, I didn't check if he had a warrant. And I said, oh, okay, so you're kidding. And he goes, yeah, I'm kidding, I didn't arrest him. My partner didn't show up, he didn't arrest him, I'm just joking. And so then he took off, and I went to the bathroom to look for Daniel, and he wasn't there. So now I'm in a big predicament, because he did arrest him. And it's going to county because it's a warrant, a bench warrant, so he's got to see the judge, so he won't be out till Monday. And now I'm by myself.
Right out here.
And I can't be by myself in a park at night.
Well,
People
yeah,
show up.
it's dangerous now.
There's meth addicts that have shown up in the middle of the night at my feet when I'm sleeping.
Wow.
And when Daniel's there, I feel safe, But if he's not with me, I would be terrified. I know I would be assaulted.
Yeah, because you're out here by yourself.
Yeah. So I can't stay by myself out there, so it just puts me in an even, not just a bad position being homeless, it puts me in a dangerous position. So that's where I'm at now. Hopefully he gets out tomorrow,
Yeah, well, we'll keep trying to see what we can do in here, and somebody will reach out to us and see what we could help you on this situation.
It's awful because all these people think they're paying so much money into the city to help the homeless, and then they see homeless people out on the street and they're thinking we don't want help, and we do. We're begging for help.
Well, what they don't want you to know is that there is no beds available.
Right.
There is no housing,
right.
And that's with the situation here. The city doesn't want to say it. And CityNet is just a third party, which their hands are tied because if there's nothing out there to put you, that's why they're not telling you anything.
Yeah.
They don't answer your calls.
Well, I would prefer them to at least answer me. And
well, at least
say,
tell you, hey, there's no beds available.
Yeah, but to ignore me and not respond while I'm sitting out there, all night long.
Yeah, thinking that they're going to come through.
My husband has a terminal disorder. Thinking these people are doing something, and they don't even have the decency to call you back.
Yeah.
So that upsets me. But, like you said, maybe they don't want to respond. I don't know.
Well, tomorrow we'll find out more about, your husband and see how we can get him out. Where the cops were, this is a cop's gloves right there. This is the spot where they were, where Shannon's tent and everything went. They confiscated code enforcement. Picking up confiscated stuff.
See, there you go. Oh yeah, I just want to see, and there should be one more bottle.
It's probably in the other. I'm not sure if he even went through everything that was in the cart.
Oh, okay. Is there a way to see inside the bottle real quick? Okay.
Anywhere.
It's not like...
So they actually...
The medication's like wet and smeared.
And they mixed it all up.
Yeah.
Wow.